Thank you very much. Good morning, Honorable Ministers, Honorable Mayors, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, it gives me a great pleasure to be with all of you at this 12th session of the World Urban Forum. Let me begin my speech with two quotes. First, the founder of the League of Nations, the precursor of our United Nations, President Woodrow Wilson once said, "The provision for others is a fundamental responsibility of human life." And Mahatma Gandhi has also said, "You must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is an ocean. If few drops of the ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty." As the chair of the ASEAN Regional Group, Malaysia continues to work closely with the United Nations, particularly UN Habitat, to advocate for and mainstream the new urban agenda. At the ASEAN-China Ministers of Housing meeting in Kuala Lumpur this year, ASEAN member states and China has agreed to focus on strengthening the partnership to share best practices, particularly in the area of adequate and affordable housing, people-centered smart cities, and of course the provision of basic urban services. More urgently, we took note of climate change and extreme weather, where we all need to focus on adaptation and mitigation measures. These will ensure that the cities in our region and our countries are future fit, inclusive, and resilient. Yet, we as member states also recognize that without the full participation of the private sector, we cannot deliver on a better quality of life for our citizens. As you know, 70% of all global wealth is in private hands. Without your help as a business assembly, urbanization will not be sustainable. In line with this year's World Urban Forum's main theme, it all starts from home. It is important for us to further strengthen the 4P principle, i.e. the people, public, private partnership for sustainable cities and communities. As you know, no government can deliver on these goals without strong and meaningful partnership with the private sector. I called upon the Business Assembly to find creative and innovative ways to establish the 4Ps principle I mentioned just now. Genuine public-private people partnership, as introduced by former Executive Director, with us here, Madam Maimunah Muhammad Sharif. To my fellow member states, I assure you that Malaysia's recent progress has been built based on solid partnership with a vibrant business community. Together, we have upgraded informal settlements, providing affordable housing and basic services to ensure that no one is left behind in our urbanizing world. Here, I also call upon the Business and Foundation Assembly to adopt the SDGs in addition to the ESGs as the basis for financing and investing in our cities. To facilitate genuine partnership, it is important for member states to develop national physical plans that clearly identify opportunities for co-investment from the private sector. More importantly, I also call upon multilateral financial institutions to provide financing and grants to enable the private sector to crowd in resources to allow us to achieve the sustainable development goals. Ladies and gentlemen, Malaysia is also supportive of the city investment facilities introduced by UN Habitat and the business community. The CIF is a facility that helps city managers and governmental partners identify and develop strategies to attract investors interested in moving the needle on the SDGs. I recognize the need for a greater capacity building and learning from best practices around the world. This is why Malaysia is supporting the data work of UN Habitat, particularly the Urban Performance Index, where UN Habitat has established a working partnership with the Economist Intelligence Unit. Without credible data, we cannot measure the qualitative return on an investment together. So, it is only in your own interest that you consider crowding in support for UN Habitat's larger data work. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished delegates, here I want to reiterate again that Malaysia is supporting the reporting of the implementation of the new urban agenda in Asia Pacific through a digital portal and also through capacity building support. Next year, in the first quarter, we will also host the Asia Pacific Conference of Ministers of Housing and Urban Development in Kuala Lumpur. So last but not the least, finally, I would like to take the opportunity here to wish everyone a fruitful business and foundation assembly. And I hope that your recommendations, views, initiative, and rich experience from the business sector will be captured in the WOF 12 Declaration and also the report. It is important that being a business leader, when we have the opportunities, it also comes with responsibilities. Business is not just about profit. Business is about how to improve the quality living for the people, for the well-being of the people. In line with the principle, it is for the people,